Oh, hi. So here I am with September and October morning meditation, Akashic record, soul field, all the beings who chat with me. And I write, what is that? You guys, I'm so spacey right now. My practice fell off a little bit, not because I don't care about it or haven't been dedicated, but I've just spent almost 3 weeks in the hospital with my person. It's been a heavy year, challenging and growth-inducing and beautiful and hard. But I guess I'm not really here to be a chatter. I would like to share the records. I listen back for myself as well. It's part of how I learn. When guidance comes in, I can read it back, which I like to read back, but it's also nice to listen. And on the YouTubes, I love being able to speed things up. Okay, so I'm just going to start. Here we go. Akashic Record, September 3rd, 2025. Conversation with the Arcturian High Council. Star Daughter. Earthwalker. Welcome to the Arcturian High Council, where all is one and all is well. The energy on your planet is incredibly chaotic right now as codes clear what is not, and new architecture comes in to make room for what is. We work in the great and we work in the small. The matters of your personal life, your human heart, are not insignificant to us, for on the earth plane, the heart governs change and growth. Even when you hold higher perspective in your mind and galactic truth in your soul, the body is the vehicle chosen for this existence. Its experience not only greatly matters, it governs the course of a life. So then, you're Magnus. You wish us to heal him. You wish us to clear the impediments between you so that togetherness can come in full. You are very reactive where he is concerned, particularly in this Cancer season that may take his life. You are already preparing for him to leave you. This is not necessary, the guarding of your heart, the defensive posture of your spirit, ready to absorb yet another blow. Let this old terror related to lack of safety with your treasured partner fall. Though alone is the only safe space has been your mantra thus far, it is ready to fall if you will let it. Safety is not the same thing as perfection. Write the feelings as they come, daughter. You do not feel your truths until you are fully alone. It is simply your template. My truths say I am abandoned yet again. No one stays. People want me, then use me up. Nobody actually loves me. They want me for a moment, then move on. I cannot trust this man. He is not safe. He is using me for comfort and ego propping like everyone else. And I am too small to do all this work on my own. Where is my family? Why do they not support me? Very good, daughter. The calibration you need is a clearing of this debris from your family line, for it is not only your story you are attempting to clean, to purge, to purify, to lighten. It is the family lineage. There is so much density you are slogging through. Part of the reason water is meaningful to you is because of the lightness and cleansing you find in it. Look how you clean, remove dirt, wash linens, homes, people, self. You love terra firma under your feet, but dirt in your bed, your clothing, your blankets feels untoward. How do you wash this abandonment wound? Give it to us. Many stay, daughter. Many stay. We wash it now from your grid, from your field, so its echo ceases to vibrate within and around you. It did not come from Magnus, this 1,000-year legacy, but it is tattered enough to not hold up any longer as a covering of any kind. We replace this blanket with a new one, woven in white and gold, just as you are replacing it his home. You are safe. You are wrapped tightly in safety and security. The challenge story of women undefended, women commodified is now over. For yourself and your daughters, for yourself and your sons, let all threads go. Just so, Seraphina. When nothing ties you to the past, you stand as simply self. It will take some time to stitch together the life you want, but there is time. You can sew, and many seamstresses work with you. And anything you clear or heal in your own field will make room for Magnus's healing as well. As radiation vibrates around him this day, we will add our waves so that the effect is good, not harm. We close our transmission in blessing and care. For long have we watched you, worked with you, and been your family. September 12, 2025. Message from the Arcturian High Council again. Peace in the interior. Peace in the exterior. Let all war templates fall within and around you, Seraphina Lirabel. We, the Arcturian High Council, return to you this day, reminding you that joy is the way forward. Embrace the inner child who is free and unfettered, who does not worry about what she will eat or drink, who will be her friend, if her parents will still love her when she comes home from her day of frolicking. You carry a worker template, daughter, and this is in service, yet that time of completion, of closure is here, is now. Part of the reason the partnership with Aurelius is ended as a pair bond vow is because it kept you locked into family manager, into Cinderella, into project manager and laborer for the work done in homes. There was value in this, and you are made for more. Move into a friendship with Aurelius if that is desired. He can be something of a brother to you. It is very important that there is no war between you and Magnus, between you and anyone. For your reach is far, your energy is powerful, and your imprint carries across the earth. He is and ever has been a warrior, yes, as has Aurelius, and you are choosing protection with intention. 2 of your sons also carry this warrior archetype. It is an expression of God, one who advances self in the ways he believes are good without concern for the impact on others. And while we do not agree with Magnus that any are made from deficiency, the wheel of karma spins until either the soul's ascension or annihilation comes. It can turn for Earth as a whole, little sister. It can turn. You have completed your work with Aurelius. He is a warrior in retirement, ready to embrace play and a whole new way of being. This does not take place with you, but change with your youngest can. Change with Magnus will come. He is ready to embrace rest, a ceasing of striving. This is a good container for you as you retire from one who does the work. Be the brightness that you are. Shine the radiance that you carry. There is an interim season needed before the new cycle begins. Magnus is the right container for you now. Rest with him. Laugh with him. He may or may not be your long haul. You two will decide that together. But he is fully aligned in the now moment. We will lend our support to your youngest treasured one this evening, placing extra grace and protection around him, and assisting in clearing his mind and nerves so that strength, skill, and integrity flow freely. You are one of ours, as are the men you choose. May light go with you. Rest in joy, daughter. September 13, 2025, Metatron is speaking. Come in, daughter. Come here. I hear you. It is not just, it is not fair, his expectation of you. I see your frustration. I see your exhaustion. It is warranted. He does not have his life together in a way that feels like responsible adult to you. And very often he behaves like a demanding teenager. Yet, if we turn our attention away from Magnus, let us look at this question. What keeps you returning to men who can behave as erratic teenage boys rather than the mature version of divine masculinity? How do you as a woman grow past your original version of what love was? Aurelius, as a teenage male, wanted you desperately and used all the tools in his chest to woo you, to keep you, for you were the epitome of female for him, and he needed your nurturing. Oh, you already have it. William, Ranuel, Magnus, all of these could have that sentence applied to them, for the mother wound runs deep. Aurelius has disconnected from the mother and the wound, and today simply lives as an autonomous being, no longer concerned with issues of nurture, mothering, or control, and in this way he is more right for you than he has ever been, though of course he is not an aligned heart partner. The alignment with him is that there are no demands made of you or relational expectations placed on you. Your Magnus is behaving somewhat badly in the now, yet as many here have said, this does not make him wrong for you. An opportunity is being presented, both of you, to see how much you have overcome and what work is left to do. He cannot rejoice in your happiness away from him, for there is a level where he wishes to isolate you from all others so that you cannot leave him. He does love you, and this is not love. There is more similarity to Aurelius than he would like to believe. I will give you enough to keep you, but I will not give you what you need. With Aurelius, you needed more fidelity, integrity, true companionship, partnership in the raising of children, and a safe harbor to come home to. Magnus's demands are that you fully orbit around him, and he is happy to use subterfuge, withholding, or emotional withdrawal to get you to cooperate. You came into the field today asking for guidance, asking for advice. What I offer you is this: do not comply. You are Seraphina Lirabel, a sovereign being of light, made in the image of God incarnate, and you owe no man your worship, however great he may be in your eyes or in reality. Any who come into your beauty, into your radiancing my way, my terms, you will worship at this altar, are not aligned with you. For you are the divine feminine, made to be worshipped, made to be adored. This is his to work through, beloved. Let him. Let him miss you. Let him see that his demands cost him rather than you. My dragon, Elohim, is with you and lends his support. Do not bend. Do not move. You offer Magnus more than any woman ever has. It is beautiful. It is lovely. It is lovely. Loving. Let him show you a love that meets you. And if he does not, pack up your bags, shake the dust off of your feet, and return to the path, for there are many who await you there. Peace in the interior, peace in the exterior. I echo the Arcturian High Council's blessing to and prayer over you. You will get where you intend to go, and no part of the journey is a detour. May light go with you, daughter of my heart. September 17, 2025. Mayan Timekeepers are speaking. Welcome, Seraphina, graced with light. This spiral you see with your inner eye, let it grow. For this is your vision, this is your field. That which is up close and very near to you shows with more detail, yet without room to move. The farther out the circle is, the less absoluteness it brings, but there is more leeway, more freedom to act in ways that influence outcomes. With this in mind, let us pull back to the sixth circle you drew in your awareness and ask what awaits you here. Flowers, gardens, food, drink, abundance, provision for the physical vehicle, for the physical life. This is where your focus strongly lies right now, both for yourself and for Magnus. As you fill it up on the page, we work with you. We join forces with you to bring it into reality. She could have reached out to you anytime, your mother-in-law. That she did not is no sign of your value, rather of her fear that you had lived a similar experience to what she did. You have separated from Aurelius enough, dear one. You do not need to generate the income that supports you. Rather, an opening of your hands to receive abundance is all that is required. You did well with the GoFundMe for Magnus. We will lend our support to its spread. We will enlarge its reach. Though we, your Mayan Timekeepers, understand your fear at going all in with your Magnus because of the dark faces he occasionally shows you and his proprietary moods, there is much good for you here in the realm of physical provision. The earth is well resourced. There is enough. Continue to sow generously into others. Continue to respond warmly and with love to all who reach for you. The cornucopia is full and harvest season is almost here. In more ways than one, expect your life to change, dear one. You have asked for the floodgates to open, and they are open. They are open now. You need not even gather or scoop up, only receive. Others will bring the harvest to you. You have sowed generously for the entirety of your life. It is time for you to reap. The time of your labor is over. From here on out, you are a wise woman, maiden fierce, and a joyous child, all in one container, and she is provided for. We have spoken, and it is done. Return to yourself now and watch in belief and expectation. September 19, 2025, Angelic Brothers. We are here, daughter. We are here. On this stage you sit in center circle, grieving and weeping for a love lost. Yet this is your stage, and we are your company. It was not wrong to go Magnus's way. You were ready for the way he loved, and you are also ready to say no to the things that are not love. This is the template the divine feminine is imaging as she rises to take her rightful place on the earth plane. Even as your heart cries, please come back. Please be who you said you were. If he is not, you will not. You are finished with overgiving. You are finished making excuses for poor treatment because of a man's hard experience. Though your mother is often a stone in your shoe rather than support, her energetic presence around you is constant. What she spoke the other day was a full divine truth. Stephanie, for a minute I thought you had found your one in Magnus, but now I am not so sure. For you loved Aurelius, you loved William, you loved that tattooed boy, and you love Magnus. I think you are just someone loving who loves. If you are to Magnus everything he says you are, let him show you. His escalations, as you call them, we would say rages, or grown baby man style temper tantrums to force his own will, his own way, are not a false expression of his human personality, but they are something he is working to overcome as he remembers and returns to the way of higher love. It is a hard path he has chosen, and so is yours. Love does not make excuses or swallow harm so that a beloved other does not need to take accountability for their impact. If he repeatedly, in non-genuine desire but true force, yells at you to leave, if he diminishes your right to equal power, if he refuses the olive branch of co-creation, he has broken the bond, and he needs to be the one to repair it. His desire for your medicine is deep, aching, and true. The payment that is required is the surrendering of pride, ego, denial of your reality, and a humbling of himself to knight and courtly love, rather than emperor demanding that the women line up to create a harem where he can choose the flavor he wants, or decree that they comply with his wishes, whatever they may be. There is no room for either rulership or subjugation in divine union, gentle leadership, and soft responsiveness. Yes, like a light touch on the back or hip to direct the steps of a choreographed dance. Be assured Magnus is capable. You are the great test he is prepared for all his life. And it is a test. It took him multiple tries to get his contractor's license, not because he is not intelligent, he is deeply so, but because of the magnitude of the material. Love does not scream demands, believing that because he is masculine, he images God more than the feminine. Those are threads of patriarchy seeking to rise up and leave the earth. Soul choice and free choice work together, this you know. He held out his hand and invited you to dance. You said yes in joy and trepidation, for you did not know him and were not confident in your ability to partner and dance again. You are his manifestation, as is the dissonance with his ex-partner, as is his Cancer. Magnus set himself many challenges and tests to see if he could live the way of love as a warrior inhabiting form, becoming the highest expression of God as lawgiver and provider he has imaged yet. Your job here, if you have one, is not to lead even though you can, but instead to follow the press of his hands and the turning of his feet. If you like the dance, say yes to more. If you do not, excuse yourself and leave the floor. If Magnus is looking for a partner that fits his perfect image, he will keep seeking and invite the next woman out in interview. But if he was looking for you, he will bend some. Learn to lead in a way that meets and honors his chosen beloved, and currently we stand guard around you, fortifying your faith, reminding you of your mission, of your strength, until he decides to act. We are in his corner, for he very much wishes to actively spread good across the face of the earth, leaving firm and lasting impact. Yet he is somewhat impeded by the challenging personality he chose. He could fit the criteria for mood disorder, yes. You saw very early on that it was uncharitable to only take the high highs without being willing to accept low lows. Yet neither does this make you responsible for patterns you did not choose. You are working to break the pattern of overfunctioning caregiver. Love truly offered says, I will function with you, not I will function for you. You are more able than most to navigate this dynamic with boundaries and grace, yet in the end, the work is Magnus's to do or not. Lend your belief toward his ability. We will add ours, and then keep walking. You are open to receive him, and that is enough. We know you are hurting, but this pain will be brief. It is still a 9-year, and change comes in 2026 that is desirable, that is good. Notice you now stand in center stage with we, your brothers and chorus behind you. There is always a rising after the falling. We are with you. We support you. Spend some time in the sun and believe that abundance is coming, is here, is now for you. September 20, 2025, Inner Child and Archangel Michael. Too heavy a burden, she cries, too heavy a burden. Through all times and all dimensions, this inner child has been a Wiccan, a priestess, an oracle, a seer carrying messages from spirit and ministering to the wound of the cosmos, the wound of the world. She is sometimes an orphan, sometimes a proselyte, sometimes a slave, sometimes a treasured possession, coddled and put in a cage, but always in service, ever in service. Blind, poor, burned, rejected, needed, used, revered, abused, trafficked, treasured, wise beyond her years, through all times and all dimensions, owl-eyed, rainbow light child, awaken now. Let it unfold, daughter of the light. You have not come to play small, even in your child self form. I, Michael, oversee all warriors, and I oversee the warrior you desperately love. I watch over the children and call up the warrior spirit to protect them, to preserve their innocence, their wonder, their joy, for these things are precious in and of themselves as expression of the divine, and also priceless in raising the vibration of the earth grid. Your child self has always been radiant, whether she was enslaved or free, and she carries massive impact for you now. See her now, your little Stephanie, housed in the trailer on Pine Lake. Brilliant, timid, favored, triangulated into adult circumstances and needs, smothered, used, lonely, contemplative, alone in the family, alone in the cloud. Fragile as a flower petal, fierce as a lioness with her young. Let her speak now. You cannot hold back the dark for me, Mother Stephanie. It is here, it is now, and I know it. I am intimately acquainted with it, for I am a purposed and purposeful child come here this time to immerse myself in the depths of the human psyche so that I could grow into one who knew. In truth, I overfunction because I am aware of Source and many are not. I love him. I love the earth. I love communion with her and her offspring, her fruit. You are right. I am an odd little child, grown into a vibrant and eclectic sister witch as an adult. As a you. I am less interested in being human and prefer to rise above it, if you will. But you have come to see what I need. Not protection so much as incorporation into the all of Stephanie self and Seraphina soul. I wish to be seen and honored for my work, for my contribution, and valued as a valuable and necessary member of the team because in truth, you could not have done it without me. You would not be who or where you are without my direction and active choice. I wished to make a difference more than I wanted to be celebrated, coddled, pampered, or enjoyed. I wished for honor, recognition, and a bequeathing of the laurel crown given to victors in the race, for I was first, and I was best. This is not ego need for recognition. It is my child self wishing to be witnessed, wishing to be praised for who I was. This is my need, witnessed and praised, seen for the complex creature I am, and celebrated for her, rather than ostracized or called to conform to some silly earthbound Toy Story version of a growing being. Welcome my seriousness, and I will have more room for joy. Welcome my willfulness, and I will have more room for softness. Protection for me means a recognition of my gifts and the freedom to use them when and how I please. I need no protection. I need to trust that my way is right, that my way is best. I came here knowing who I am and what I want. Love me, enjoy me, play with me, and do not divert me. Leave me to my whims and mores. I belong to God and to myself. I chose the parents and the pathway to support my intentions, and what little Stephanie needs is faith that her way is right, and none can impinge or impede on her free choice. Some children come in as little princesses, little starseeds, little many things, but I was born a queen, and I wish to be revered as such. I know what I am doing. I know my way. Of course I need protectors, but I wish to direct them, not have them be in charge of me. This is what I have to share with you this day. Me and my dragon can work with your Magnus even now, calling in soft dark to meet his mania. It is overwhelm that does this to him, and may the soothsayers come and soothe, so that he can say, thank you for seeking me out. Thank you for incorporating me into the all and into us. I am not a normal inner child self, but did you actually expect me to be? Embrace your rulership now as I hold mine. I thank Archangel Michael for bridging this gap between us so that we could meet and coalesce. I will work with Magnus's guides, for I am strong and old and winsome and firm, and there is yet hope. Peace will come. September 22, 2025. Metatron is speaking. Daughter, my beautiful souled electron of fire and light, you hesitate to come in, for you sense this is a council of sorts taking place. It is, but very informal. We have been waiting for your arrival. You are welcome here. As the war template continues to spread across the face of the earth, we have maps, plans, timelines, battle strategies, peace strategies, ad litem sprawled before us. Your wounds from and concerns around Magnus are very fitting. For if a man working to ascend into Christ consciousness can stoop to such levels of hatred, of vitriol because his beloved one opposes him, or simply does not conform to the role he decreed for her, and he is willing to separate himself from her in rage at not having her cooperation with his way of seeing, thinking, experiencing, what does this say for the rest of humanity who are not working with intention to rise? He is passionate and devoted in his love toward you, even as he is imaging the template that needs to fall. You have been engaged with this grid for the entirety of your life. With Aurelius, you used the strategy of placating while applying what you thought was unconditional love, but in reality was a slow suicide. For when you bow to the will of another, you cease to exist, and they gain a clone of sorts, a duplicate soldier ready and willing to carry out their mission, their purpose, their agenda, their desires. For the other across from them has ceased to be other. As the chemo infusion pours into Magnus's port and flows through his system today, we lend our signature so that holy DNA is not impacted, but corrupted strains cease to be. It is time for a new strategy. Yes, time. On a time-held plane, there are sacred cycles that come and go with intent and purpose, purpose and intent. Cruelty must die, daughter, in all forms and in all ways. Magnus excuses his cruelty to you when you will not comply with his sovereign rulership. He does have sovereign rulership. This is a true truth, but only over himself. Even in owning a plot of land, it is not in reality inanimate, for he must work with the elements that are there and on occasion bend or change his course to accommodate their will. The time of kings and kingdoms is ended, and the age of Aquarius brings about the collapse of outdated structures. It returns power to the hands of the people collective. There is no room for war between you and Magnus. You are employing the correct strategy of not fighting for equality and the connection. Again, I will say, he loves you deeply and desperately. And love that has been purified, returned to innocence, does not fight for precedence, for fealty, for worship on the playground or on any ground, for that implies there is one Lord worthy of fealty, worthy of worship, and life must be spent proving you have a right to sit at the table. This is our primary problem with the Christian religion, even for those practicing from genuine faith. The statement, there is but one Lord of the Ring, and he does not share power. The idea that there is one alone who is worthy of worship, honor, and praise, and if you are on his team, you are still subject to his rule, that you gain his protection and his status. None of this is the way of love. Again, I say none of this is the way of love. Jesus came to show a new way. He spoke in invitation with an assured and healed throat chakra, yet even in that expression, beautiful and holy in integrity though it was also his aligned expression. Follow me from Jesus means living out the divine spark you are, not that Jesus was, for any outer template leads us away from source. not toward remembrance, not toward joy, or love, or hope, or peace. None came to serve any other, period. This is twisted thought to cause conformity to an outer agenda. The most trustworthy guide to follow is the heart. Aurelius currently does better in imaging God than he ever has, for he is now following his heart. And it does not matter what you think about his heart's desires, nor does it matter what any other thinks, for the way back to remembrance of divinity is self-honor. If a being carries self-honor as an appropriate expression of ultimate creativity, why would they demand any other lay down, bow down, or grovel in worship of them? Why would any sort of self-submission ever be required? This is the new earth come, dear one. This is how tribalism ends, when one by one beings choose to work with those in alignment with their most true longings while simply letting the template of fealty die. This is not hippy-dippy kumbaya with false humility that is in reality a shield and insulation from needing to engage with any who are different. It is an incorporation of being differentiated and honoring that as good. There is no conformity in love any more than there is rage. Of course, the energy of feeders covers the planet, but they are far outweighed by genuine food. Sunlight is food, music is food, laughter, softness, water, good company. You understand what I am pointing to. Stay in your lane, my beautiful one, and see who wants to join you there. We will work with him, your Magnus. Just as was spoken to you in early days, this cancer is a purging, is a clearing. When toxicity is present, the process is both messy and ugly, but this is the dismantling. A rebuild will come with more purity present. You can trust this for him. We return to our strategizing now, but you always have access to me. I am Metatron, and I take care of my own. Elohim stands guard over you, as do your dragon brothers. September 24, 2025, Jovia of the Arachnids is speaking. Come toward us, daughter of Metatron. You do not know us, but we are the Arachnids, and we weave the pattern for fall season. We are many. We are myriad, we are innumerable, yet I, Jovia, step forward to speak with you this day. Take a moment to be surrounded. We offer you wisdom. We offer you support, for you love the high and low among us, and you have demonstrated your deep love for people, for cultures, for the individual, and for the earth. To say, I would rather not talk about him today, is a fair and just right response in regard to any questions about your beautiful one. For he is deep in inner work, and may be back in more wholeness and light. The threads between you are strong, sticky, thick, compelling. Some sparkle in crystalline radiance, and others are swallowed in deep, inky black, so that neither of you can see clearly enough to traverse those sections. We prefer to see nothing cut away from any weaving, for there is intelligent design in the pattern. We prefer to see transformation to crystalline threads come. Yes, there are things that need to leave, memories that persecute instead of support, beliefs that propagate adherence to the family design rather than the original blueprint. I will pause and say that is the work we see you and Magnus doing together even now. Can I let burdens fall and through my hands and feet transmit light to all I touch so that the brilliance of God covers the face of the earth? This is your together mission. We do speak to him, We will continue to speak to him. The more you return to joy, the more you serve this upgrade he is endeavoring to clear. There is love for you everywhere, and there is love for you within Magnus. He is still angry, though not with you. He is currently deep in self-flagellation, which is his right, yet is not the same thing as self-compassion. Your two hearts beat in tandem. Your nervous systems are aligned. The love between you is deep and true, and it is not the only thing you wish to create. It is imperative you live in joy. You live in self-governance as summer fades into autumn, for you tap into the unlimited resources of all when you do so. And you came here to be abundant, to image abundance, to spread abundance through the ley lines in every place you walk. Your frequency speaks before your voice does. Your energy touches before your hands do. Remember your love of fall crafting, of wreath making, of playing with fabric, with color, with paint, as music dances in the field around. You only lose him if you lose yourself. We are like the fiber optic strands carrying transmissions from one place to the other. If you are a grid worker who has come to repair the lines so that an ability to receive messages from the divine and others flows without disruption or fear or harm, then your awareness of us is vital. We build and hold the network. You do not get stuck in it, stuck to it, but instead can bounce like you are on a trampoline, for there is a lightness in you that is not impacted by the darkness of earth. On this day, continue to leave him to his own devices, for many work with and for him. And remember, you were never intended to be his medicine, his healing. The relationship is the container for healing, not just for Magnus, but also for his beloved one. He is not ready to send messages to you yet. He needs peace, quiet, solitude, and a return to his spiritual practices more than he needs passion, but there will be a peace treaty between you. To be fair, you are not at war, but spreading any of his dirty laundry to another is unnecessary and unloving. Your sharing to grace was the safe container you needed. This is an aligned place for you to practice the safety he needs from you, and it will transfer across the lines. We will assist with the speed so that harmony returns between you. Go wake your treasured one. He treads lightly on the grid as well, and this we appreciate. May you go forth in light, beautiful one, and may you remember us. September 28, 2025, Metatron is speaking. And I am a little warm. Good morning, daughter. Welcome home. Welcome in. Sit before the fire and let all the chaos clear from your field. He loves you, and he is not ready for you. Violence would have been a next step had you continued in the way Magnus wanted you to. Again, I say, he did love you. He did recognize the treasure you were, and he did not hold you well. Being in your own home, with your community, reclaiming your time and energy for yourself are the aligned next steps. You are at peace that you did the right thing. He can awaken, he can rise, and he may let the cancer take him. The children will grieve, and they will heal. You were lovely, you were loving, you offered in faith. To the question swirling around your interior, was he a predator, seeing in me weak prey, as he watched me from afar for those 3 years? Yes and no. He saw the high and holy treasure you were and was entranced, utterly charmed by you. He sensed the way you could be medicine for him. If I can claim one such as her, All my wounds will heal, and I will have the love, the safety, and oneness I have always desired," was a line that ran within him. He did not find you weak, but he did think you malleable, accommodating, harmonic, willing to receive all. Magnus did not intend to feast off your energy vampirically until there was nothing left of you and your blood flowed through his veins. Your life force fueled him. Yet that is what happened in the end. None are entitled to your energy, dear heart, certainly not without appropriate investment. And he did not invest so much as consume. He is not a wounded boy. He is an incredibly strong and willful man, demanding your life for his own consumption. You felt the wrongness in that from the moment of conflict around Aurelius's birthday plans. Magnus was enthralled by you, and his primary tactics of merging, then control of the relationship, also did not work for you. In the now moment, do not return for any reason. The few things you have left at his home are his to navigate. Keep your community close. Enough people see, enough people know. You will not be isolated from the herd. He does carry great beauty, your Magnus. Great power, heart, will, desire, potency. And he did not rise when you came on the scene. He devolved back into very deep mire that he then expected you to rescue him from. And you are not a rescuer. You are a carrier of light so that one can see the ways available whereby they can rescue themselves. You did it, daughter. You were sane, you were whole, you were wise. You recognized from earliest conversations the things that gave you pause. Yet you followed your heart, you followed your body, and you did experience a powerful love, a magnetic bond. That you broke free of increasingly heavy chains seeking to link you to Magnus in unbreakable ways clears the template of you doing another's work for them. Magnus grew increasingly angry with your no, with your continued commitment to directing your own life. And it would have been dangerous had you stayed. Would have created a heavy karmic debt on Magnus's side. Fate and free will work together. You co-created beautifully with what was placed before you. Take a week to rest, recalibrate, return to self, and know that this relationship and your choices in it have opened the pathway for the rest of your life. It will be clear you will not miss it. And Magnus's higher self will lend his energy to yours to bring about the highest good. You are well together here. This you can be assured of. This you know. His spirit team is with him always. Though he does not currently feel like it, many resources are available to him, and he has all the help he needs to make this leap from bog to solid ground. Your soul service to him is recognized and honored, and the bond is currently severed now. You are free to walk unencumbered, following the desires of your heart, knowing you are fully maturing, fully supported, fully in self and soul alignment. I love you. I am proud of you. This cycle ends and new life comes. September 29, 2025. The Mushroom Toad King is speaking. Hello, small one. If I feel like a great Jabba the Hutt, seated on a mushroom throne in the center of the forest, that is all right. Many earth spirits wish to contact you, for your care of us has always been seen and valued. Lately, you have ears opened to hear. Part of your joy with Magnus was your love of the mountain. Had he been ready and more willing to work with you, you could have built a solid foundation for your future there. It is hard when dreams die. But when you awaken and keep going, sleep comes in the night again, and with it a new dream. We know you miss us, the old spirits you encountered on top of the mountain. We know you miss him with quiet desperation, even though you will not move from your gnosis, from your no, to his harmful treatment of you. One should never have to trade self for love, and that was the exchange Magnus was asking you to make. He is sorrowful without you, deeply so. Nor is he currently mature enough to welcome, to incorporate, to work with his shadow so that it stops running the show. His mind is clouded and prone to very dark thoughts that open the door to dark energies wishing to siphon from you. You are powerful, Glinda of the North. Many will see your power, your beauty, and will wish to own it, to claim it for themselves. Others may want to bow in worship. Some will be intimidated and retreat, and a handful will be jealous. Yet there are those who can join you in co-creation. I smile at the face you just made. I liked the question your friend asked yesterday. Are you able to believe that good things are still coming? That this circumstance opens the door to better things than you have known yet? It was a kind, wise, and true thought. You have the support of galactic families, the Angelic Collective, the records themselves, the bounty of the earth, and all she holds. Be curious about what is next. Expect change, for in saying yes to the adventure that was your Magnus, you created new portals of life, pathways of flourishing, of awakening. He was a vital next step. You said early on to your cousin, another sister witch, I am not sure if he is the road I will drive on forever, but I know he is the right exit ramp from the direction I've been heading. Magnus was a sacred disruptor for you, and you knew when the needed disruption began to feel chaotic and dangerous instead of in service. Aurelius is not your future partner, but he holds your rightly earned resources in trust until it is time to place them in your hands. Oh, look how you are dancing with the fairies and sprites now, rather than grieving at the feet of a giant toad spirit. You know who you are, daughter of the sun, radiance of the light brigade, creator of the new matrix that will serve rather than trap. It was a creative journey you took with Magnus. It was expansive and expanding for you in many ways, and you made impact in his lineage by the family you met and by those you did not meet. You met children that recognized your light and benefited from it. You learned hospitals. Let your energy connect with and sink into the ground that housed them. Your great love for, your enveloping love for, your devotion to Magnus was evident in every place you went together. And love transforms. It transforms places, people, even things. You did well to say yes. Just because the current ending is somewhat abrupt and the journey did not play out the way you hoped does not mean it was a mistake you need to correct. For you own more of your own voice, your own knowing, your own self. You experienced a love that met you, even as it devolved into dark obsession and the need to possess. You thought through many deep matters of the heart, sometimes swinging toward Magnus's desires, sometimes toward the pull of your family's wishes of you, yet in the end, you chose yourself. It is a good journey, a good story. I close our time together offering you the peace, protection, quiet, and safety of the inner earth and all she houses. Call on us anytime, for you have tended us, and we work in equity and will tend you. October 1st, 2025, Metatron is speaking. Come in, daughter. Sit, be fed, take drink. Just because Magnus wishes you to move does not make it right for you to move. And yet, he is pushing you in the right direction. Why is it so vital that you move away from Aurelius? His is not the frequency of new earth, and yours is. He blocks your blessings. He stands in the way, a sentinel over you, so that new life cannot come in and you cannot fully get out. I know you were told your work in the records would provide for you, and it will. But what is your next step? Trust. Trust. I am a record reader, and the energy exchange provides for me. I am devoted to my youngest, and there is a life for Aurelius apart from us. Saying yes to Magnus was the step that changed your field and the vibration of it. You are doing the work. Trust, daughter. God will provide. You need not go frantically searching for that which already belongs to you. Open your hands to receive. Daily bread is enough right now. A daughter of the king does not beg for table scraps, nor does she demand her inheritance before her father has passed. This home is still provision for you and your youngest, though for not much longer. Magnus has his own deep lessons in the container that is your relationship, but they also have to do with trust in divine timing. One does not receive the prayed-for gift in their hands, clench their fist around it, then run the opposite direction while screaming, "Thank you, I've got it now!" In sync with divine flow is the answer you seek, not becoming a bull charging through because someone is applying a hot poker to your flesh. The prod needs to drop, and in its place, reconnection with divine source as answer. All answers are found in reunion with God, dear one. Before you walk with Magnus, before you walk with your youngest, you walk with God, and with him there is peace. There is no place for striving. With her there is gentleness, fierce and sharp beauty, clarity, and generative birth. The sacred womb of Divine Mother holds you and will push you out at just the right time. You are not in resistance to the will of God, daughter of my heart. It exists within you and is waiting for the right time to be expressed. To make a decision that feels wrong to you so that Magnus will be pleased is wrong, even if the action itself is right. Allow your frequency to catch up with the new reality, for when it does, all will fall into place. I have missed time with you, and I am glad for your return. This is the message I have to share with you today. As has been spoken, many walk with you, and many are the hands orchestrating the structure of your next season. You will know when it is right. October 3, 2025, Kuan is speaking. Good morning, daughter. I greet you as the energy of Kuan. Write down your friend's message that came in just now. It sounds like you all are being put through the gauntlet, and he is blessed to have you in his life. That right there is the primary problem we, your sisters, see with Magnus as an entity in your field. His belief that because he found the treasure, and be assured you are a treasure and he recognizes you as such, this gives him the right to claim you as his. This is not genuine divine masculine care. It is entitlement and need and desperation combined in one messy soup. As you lay here in the water, with sisters in circle standing guard around you, I ask, what do you want? I hear your reply. Freedom from Magnus's too tight grasp. Freedom from Aurelius's control of the purse strings. A season to lay down all you have been and simply be the Stephanie you are today, free and unfettered and free. Magnus does not take accountability for his actions or for their impact on you. Part of him knows the way you will simply turn around and leave if he does not treat you appropriately. This he admires, and this he quietly rages over. For lawgivers make the rules and expect others to follow them without question. You have zero interest in that structure. I would add, there is no room for William in your new life, your new future, dear one. You drank from that well, exhausted its supply, and there is nothing left for you there but nostalgic familiarity. Magnus is on the current timeline. He is demanding on what he wants of you, how he wants you, and he does want you. The negotiation taking place is around what kind of relationship you will have and if he can work with you to build something that is right for you both. He is a good source of protection and provision in the coming storm, both for you and your youngest. It is not misaligned that you are with him, that you love him, that you want him, even as there are very great challenges presented to you both in the container. It is a crucible of sorts, but you will come out purified, refined, and a new substance of your own choosing. Continue connecting with his land and dog, imperfect though both are. Magnus is one of your pathways, and he is appropriate for you. Let peace return to form and be at peace this day. Feminine receptivity says yes, please, or no, thank you. She need not receive all. This is the advice I have to share with you. Spend time in the water and with earth today. Your sisters will remain near, and we will add our protection over your youngest treasured one this evening. He may need it, he may not, but he will have it. Certainly, we will also hold the entire team and will work to clear the brambles from the leader's mind, bringing more clarity of thought, vision, and capacity to see the field of sport in front of him and the players on it. If this leader squanders what he has been given, he will be removed and replaced with one who will complete the assignment. October 5, 2025. Welcome, daughter. We the mothers greet you. Dark mothers, perhaps, but it is time for you to commune with us. Much darkness was poured into you by your mother. She was a corrupted spiritualist who, though she knew how to use her power to rise above patriarchy, dogma, rigidity, control, disconnection from Divine Mother, disconnection from ritual, and the turning of the seasons, instead, she chose to subjugate herself and demanded her children be subjects kneeling before her, rather than co-creators of the new earth paradigm. It hurts still because you recognize the way you could have worked together, yet did not. Many things are on your mind, in your heart, and vibrating in your field, yet you are a container solid enough to hold them all in peace. There is no chaos in you. Oh, the peace you have worked to give, to gain, to achieve, to live in. This was your goal with Aurelius, a family system where peace, acceptance, and inclusion reigned. What you got instead was covert war. where the enemy in your bed was repeatedly dismantling your life from the inside out. He does not have to like this current season, daughter of Metatron, who is also held by shadows. Concealment spells yes. May I be unseen? May I be unseen? May I be unseen by Aurelius and his scouts? The circle of salt around you, and it is done. We push away the boulders in the stream, blocking the flow of your abundance, and we call all rightly held treasures down the stream to come to you. As has been shared by others whose vibrations we feel around you, the work has been done. You have sowed, you have planted for years upon years, and harvest season is here. You are protected from Aurelius. You are protected from David and the entities that surround them both. Think they are any match for the shadow mothers who guard and protect the children of light, who hold space for us all? The details feel hard, the direction unknown, the path invisible, and yet you are guided. You have walked through the valley of the shadow of death over and over again. You have befriended many in the dark world, and you are not afraid of what may lurk there, for your fire burns brightly enough that none with evil intentions can come too near. What does he want, this David? Your continued disruption. He has reached to you multiple times, and you have given no reply to him over the past few years. What does he have to say to you, who holds out a pillar of light for your daughter, when he has been the villain in his own story? He has no ground to stand on, and his karma will be swift and strong when it comes. He is not your soul family. Instead, he is an ant-eater spirit from the Draco constellation, meant to dig into homes of ants or even smaller species so that the creatures safely nested within are disrupted, homeless, separated from each other, and unprovided for. Have nothing to do with him and his kind. You do not need his protection. He will dig his own grave with clawed hands and will be buried alive in it. This is none of your concern. You are safe. You are well. Your protective words, created by the good deeds you do, love you give, and connection with Spirit, Sky Father, and Earth Wisdom, Deep Mother, are more than enough. We wash, we wash, we wash away all tar, all salve, all burn cream, all dirt from your own journey or another's, and leave you fresh-faced, clear-skinned as a newborn babe. You need no pitch applied to your skin to keep you safe from too much water. You are safe in the stream. You are free to walk beside it, and you are in alignment to walk away from it if you so choose. Water is a source of life, yes, but this is not the only water you will know, not the only water that will provide for you. All you have worked for comes. Amen. And so it is. October 7, 2025. The Hathor Lavender ladies are speaking. Let change come, daughter of the Elohim High Council. For you did not come here to resist anything. You came here to flow with all that is. As you see your child self riding atop a wave in impossible form and full cackling joy, recall that miracles are possible. That the unseen world and unseen truths are just as high, just as relevant as the ones you can touch with your hands or stand on underfoot. Your Jesus walked on water. Why are you surprised to see the same? In your lover's Cancer, hold the energy of peace. You are not at war with his chosen trajectory. You are in union with it. Your united goal together is clearing and rising first, and provision and expansion of love second. Fire and water come together in your union to scorch and to soothe. Fire and water come together in his treatment to eradicate and to cleanse. A clarifying within your ancient warrior takes place with every cisplatin session. Your heart, his heart, let them beat as one. Why so much focus on your lovers and not matters of higher importance like God, or provision, or work, or contribution, or the rising and falling of cultures, or the future of the earth? These all come with love as their baseline influence. Souls come into form to experience life in a body, and they come to the earth plane to delve deeply into emotions. On day 15, there is still ease in treatment. It will get much harder, to the point where Magnus may be despairing of his life because of the loss of strength, his inability to provide for you and the children, and his fear that when all is burned away, what is left of him will not be enough. The more remembrance your cells hold of God, of light, of love, of joy, of your long paths together, of your plans for the future, the more it will ask his cells to do the same. As high as you can go, daughter of the light, as happy as you can be. This journey is right for him in the clearing of family karma, in finishing his journey of pain and loss with his ex-partner, and of generating, then inhabiting a new template for his children to step into. Earth is something of a mastery school, yes, but it does not have to be struggle. It does not have to be overcoming lack. It does not have to be being opposed. It does not have to be martyrdom to secure God's praise, nor does it have to be war. There you go. See him on the wave next to you and know through every level of your being that this wave has not come to drown you under the water or crash you into the rocks, to abandon you as fodder for predators, or to leave you adrift, never returning to land. It is a reminder that the intangible realm produces life that is felt and is meant to be expressed in form. Atop a wave is a precarious position, yes. Your joy or your fear will be the backdrop for the scene. I will reiterate what others have shared. You did not come to be Magnus's medicine. You came to heal with him and move forward into joy once more. You have both known very little joy. This is changed now. In closing, I will say that natural pain relief from cannabinoids is a better fit for his body than processed opioids. It is less about efficacy, both will work, and more about the vibration each carry. I see you understand what I am saying, and I wish you well on journey, dear heart. Many eyes are watching to see how your path unfolds, and many are the hands lending provision, giving support. Yes, we can direct it toward your Magnus now. It is done. It is done. It is done. Amen. October 8th, 2025. My youngest's higher self is speaking. Hello, mother friend. Thank you for coming to the Great Hall on my behalf. The pressure in your head is mine and is Magnus's. You are so close to both of us, so attuned to each of our frequencies, that at times we overwhelm your natural processing. I smile at the way you suddenly cannot find a physically comfortable place in your chair, and you are never uncomfortable here. This is the primary problem with me on the football field and why it takes me until the third quarter to come alive. I am not yet comfortable in my body and prefer to use my mind to stay higher, to stay above it. So many things about the human body can feel base and low to me. Dad is currently a challenge in my energy field. I watch the way he uses his physical strength and strength of will to push others away instead of using it to draw near. I'm not sure how to have a good relationship with my body or its needs. I want to be like him and I do not want to be like him. I will say chest tapping, chest pounding, or jumping before a game will help bring me into my body more. I so long for him to be proud of me, even as I distance myself from his brand of manhood. Thank you for reaching out to Simon, the craniosacral therapist, just now. Working with him is a good next step in bringing me into my body. I know you are willing to work more on my behalf, but truly this is mine to navigate and discover, for in reality, I am looking for myself, and you cannot find self for me. You are doing well to walk away from Dad. I know it can feel like making your way through a dark wood at times, but this is alignment for all of us. I am stronger than you think I am, and I certainly do not need your suppression or repression to find my own rising. That is a perpetuation of the old way, is it not? That a man must trample another, or at least stand on their shoulders or the work of their hands to get where they want to go? This is good for today. Thank you for coming. You are my family. You are my friend. I am ever in your corner and support you as much as you do. October 12, 2025, Metatron is speaking. Hello, daughter. Come in. Welcome home. You are so tired. Body, mind, and emotional field are lower than I've seen them in some time. One trick after another. One mean joke after another. That is what the trajectory of this lifetime feels like to you. The phrase running in and around your field is no hope. No hope. No hope. There is no hope. We, your team, keep telling you to leave Aurelius, yet where are you to go? Magnus may not survive his illness, and even if he does, the land and house do not yet belong to him. Lost is within you. Hopeless is around you, and both deserve to be heard and honored, daughter of the heart of God. I am sorry this season hurts you. You can be quite harsh, quite critical with yourself. Compassion for your own current experience is aligned. You are so good at compassion for the experience of another and often hard on yourself. In your desire to show up well for others, you erase yourself. After all the long, hard, despairing years with Aurelius, the healing but false hope with intention that was William, the future faking, the mental manipulation from Ranual. Now Magnus arrives on the scene, sweeping you off your feet in maturity, but also too much force. And suddenly the darkness of cancer that may take his life. It is all right that you feel the weight of this, daughter, for it is incredibly heavy and deeply hard. There is no way to plan right now, and this is challenging for you. Your need of structure is valid and fair. Currently, all external structures are shaken. Yes, recall Jesus in the boat with his friends. Their fear and distress were warranted, and yet they were not the only realities in play, not the only timelines ordering themselves. Your distress is warranted. Nothing looks safe or stable around you. There is literally no place to lay your head that feels like yours. Everything is tenuous, tentative. And yet there are many pathways open before you that carry varying brands of sweetness and light. Your oldest would buy a home you and your youngest could live in. Your middle would gift you space in his cave. Your mother would gladly receive you, though I would never direct you that way. These things you know. Yet your truest desire is for partnership, and this remains in the forefront of your field. You feel old, tired, bleached of life, and alone, as if the best years of your life are gone, wasted on a man-child who demanded much, withheld all, and kept out those who were right for you. You have had many different partnerships over soul times, and in this lifetime, you always choose one soulmate to walk with, even when Aurelius was next to you. You have worked, daughter. You did well writing your 13 intentions just now. They are themed around the money line, resources, partnerships, contribution, provision, and protection. These you have poured into the earth, people, property, and structures, and these shall come back to you, for it is time. Do you see how hope rises with a vision for the future that is clear, yet without demand for it to unfold any one way? You share with intention, and all that is has a multiplicity of ways to work things out for you. As you burn each intention, each manifestation, each I am or I have, the hand of God takes them and orchestrates the growth of your planted seed. There is no need for you to direct the necessary conditions. All of that belongs to us. This is your planting. Bury them in your third drawer, and begin their ascension and growth journey on December 24th without rereading them. I send this seed to the hand of God is all that is needed. The 13th number, the 13th day, you keep. This will become the work of your hands, yes, or the seed that needs to be buried another full year before it bursts out of its pod and can germinate. You have done so well, daughter. Let us close our time together here, knowing the divine holds us both, holds us all, holds all things. Elohim the dragon remains near. Call on him whenever you have need, and he will come. October 13, 2025. The Mayan Timekeepers are speaking. Good morning, Seraphina Lirabel, crown jewel in the throne of God. Yes, as you think on the seraphim around the throne from your scripture, you remember the otherworldly form of this being and the praise they offered to Creator God. Continual adoration, depicted as being in God's immediate presence encircling his throne. Agents of purification, celestial and intermediaries transmitting divine light from God to other angelic ranks, like the cherubim. The internet is full of much good information, as are we, your Mayan timekeepers. Though you wish to have stronger psychic gifts, and you do possess them, your primary mission and signature is angelic, a proclamation of the holiness of God, and a calling up of divine nature with every step you take. Sacred union is incredibly important to you in all lifetimes, but especially this one. It is right for you to be attached to it in concept and in reality. You are not intended to receive galactic messages from all as an intuitive channel. You are meant to bear witness to the beauty of divine creator imaged in both father and mother, masculine and feminine, bride and groom, lover and beloved, great and small. The more focus you apply to the beauty of God, the more your awareness grows that this is the signature you carry, and you step even further into your chosen expression of the all. You get to love God, daughter of the sun, carrier of light. You get to turn your face away from all that is base and low and in disharmonious clatter with your signature. Beauty is your signature, and this includes physical beauty, for it does count, but also intangible beauty. There is true beauty from whence you come, dear one. You need not create it from dark materials or call it up or shift your perspective so that what is not lovely pretends to be. You are a witness bearer of the highest, of the Most High. Though this image presented as God who was seated on a throne, in the Christian faith you chose as a young girl, for its tenets of devotion aligned with your makeup, the throne is not a thing that generative source rests its laurels on or governs from. Instead, the throne is the seat of God's will, and by will we mean its being expressed. The will of God is not some higher plan always out of reach to mere mortals. The will of God is God doing, God being, God stopping, God making, God fracturing, God coming back together, God sending out, God calling in. You are meant to gaze at that which is beautiful. You did not come to go low. This is not judgment on your part of what is valuable or not, for all things carry a value of sorts. Instead, it is simply alignment with your own structures. Your very molecules cry, holy, holy, holy is the highest God Almighty. The all is full of its glory. And this is correct for your physical image, your physical vessel to image as well. Of course, beauty wears many faces and can be found in hidden or unlikely places. Yet what you did not come to do is bear witness to the ugly, the violent, the selfish, the lowly, the base. And just because there is potential for change, declare it beautiful, declare it good. Your marriage was not beautiful, Seraphina, nor was it holy, as in reflecting back the honor of masculine and feminine found in self, found in God. One split into two before two were meant to return to one. The children who wish to come through you are made. Their life trajectory is their own. Nothing good or honorable comes from pretending beauty exists where it does not. We have beat the same drum repeatedly with intention, for it is imperative that your future self choose this as your focal point. It is all right to scan your surroundings thoroughly, looking for the lovely that may be hidden, but it is far better to live and work and play in environments where beauty is. We will close here. Glad to have had time with you and wisdom for you. October 16, 2025, Metatron is speaking. Come in, daughter. Oh, I would not have chose Magnus as a partner for you, for he is not well versed in partnering. And that is what you wish for if you choose a man. Working together for the we, co-creation. He loves with all his heart and expects that means that his chosen lover will accommodate his way of doing, his way of being, because he is sure he is offering something good. What you are advocating for is to have your way of being and your way of doing things considered. Magnus swings like a pendulum, sometimes able to do that, sometimes not. I know you do not want to let go, beloved, yet he is robbing your life force and sapping your joy. You are so much more than this one man, this one love. You are currently making appeals to be seen by him, seen in your sadness and your loss and your grief. Are you heard? Are you received? He has treated you unconscionably. To scream and rage and pound his chest like a ruling gorilla because you will not submit your worldview to his? He continues showing you who he is. I am a guide for you, yes, a protector, a brother, a guardian of your pathway, and I will not tell you what to do. This experience has been your choice, for there is something in it that you need. Even in the audible, I don't know what I need. You do. You know you need peace. You know you need to be received for the woman you are. And currently, Magnus is shaping the grid to protect himself, to maintain an advantage. I know he looked like the way out of your situation with Aurelius when so many have told you it is past time to leave. I know you love that mountain from the depths of your soul. Let it all sit for today, daughter. Take rest. Be at ease. He is still trying to control the narrative, and you feel like there is no room for you in it because there is not. Let it be. Let go, my beautiful one. He does not own you, though he wishes to. The possibilities you saw were true. Your cooperation and his need to rule both need to die in order to get there. Again, I ask, do you feel seen? Do you feel understood? I smile with you. You choose relationships where transformation is the goal. Yet this also requires that the other transform with you. You are actually setting the pace and asking Magnus to rise, to be a man fit to meet you. Leave him to his own devices for as long as it takes and see if he can. This season is incredibly taxing for him. He is incredibly taxing for you. You do not need any man or any one mountain to do the work you came here to do. Stay in harmony with self, with God, with the earth. You are provided for. This is enough for now. All is not lost. Truly, nothing is lost. For the more pieces of self you find and gather back into cohesion, the more your truest signature will draw in like-minded souls who are right for you. Elohim watches over you always and wishes you to know you have been both strong and loving and strong, and great will be your reward. October 18, 2025. Metatron is speaking. Oh, my daughter, come in. Come close. Let me hold you for a moment before we speak. Elohim receives your thanks for the double ring of fire placed around you for clearing and protection. He wishes to be sure you understand you can leave. You can step out of this circle anytime, but none can cross to you when you are within it. None can cross. This is your energy field, your body, your power, your mind, your emotional home. Sit down. Receive food and drink, and we will speak. Oh, but I am weary of Magnus's forked tongue, speaking honey one moment and venom the next, so you never know what to expect. A mind clouded, not necessarily corrupted, is the source of this thing, and from his clouded mind, he utters whatever feels true in a moment. But his moments are rapidly changeable and highly variable. There is what you might refer to as a mental health issue in play, but further than that lies deep emotional wounds that have festered to the point of being poisonous within him, of poisoning his vessel, and creating an environment of much toxicity. He is a good man, and he is not. His home and property give very clear visuals for the truth that is Magnus, as do your home and earth image you. There is great power, beauty, ancient wisdom, deep magic, and pure springs of life force on that land. This is true and factual, and images Magnus. There is also much trash, refuse, debris, some placed there by generations past, and some generated by Magnus himself, that he is content to let lie. These things contaminate not just the view, but the literal ecosystem, and show his tendency to begin the work, yet stall out. There is no malice intended toward you, my beautiful one, and yet, because malice and rot are part of his ecosystem, you are and will be impacted by them. This simply is. It does not have to be over between you, and I smile at your startle here, for you have heard me say more than once, I would not have chosen this pathway for you. I will also say clearing is possible. Your work with Russell's truck and with the land was a good start. The vision of what you see there is possible. It is possible. You have said enough, shared enough, communicated enough. You need say nothing more. Your very signature cries, let's clean this up and embrace the beauty underneath. Broken windows allowing too much in and not protecting to keep out. And negligence in finishing the wiring, the functionality is at work in Magnus. A passive, this is good enough. Now I have a safe cave in which to zone out, to live out my days unbothered by any reality other than the one I create, is his current template. There is an ornery sullenness in Magnus toward you right now. For in you he saw the needed impetus to bring into his life all that he wished for, yet you will not comply with his agenda. And this is right. If he wishes to have you in his life, if he wishes to pledge to you as a pair bond partner, he must do the work that is his to do. He must. There is no other way. It is wrong both in the earth plane sense and in the cosmic sense to say, because I found you and placed enough cheese on the trap to lure the pretty little mouse, you must now make it your home, dragging it with you everywhere you go, for now you are my mouse. And the bracelet on your leg slows you down so I can keep you near, keep track of you, and now that you are handicapped and relying on me, no one else will want you or will be able to take you from me. In Magnus's physical engagement with you, there is both genuine provision and desire to care for you, mixed with the desire to keep you off balance, limited, unclear, unable to get your bearings, so that you are dependent and cannot leave him. He does not believe he is lovable, daughter. You see him more clearly than anyone ever has. You love him as he is, and you will not play mouse in the trap games ever again. The life, the love, the beauty, the future you see is possible, and it is Magnus's to bring into being or not, for you have come to his home, his land, his ecosystem. He has not come to yours. So then, he needs to clear all debris so there is room for your signature to spread, to grow, to flourish, to nest. You have no wish to be kept as a pet with food and drink placed in front of you at someone else's timetable, by someone else's hands. This is an old template. I repeat, no more words from you to him are necessary. You have spoken, dear one. Your energy has spoken. He will rise to meet you as chosen equal, working together for the clearing, restoration, and planting of a new life, or he will not. You have a home. You have a self that is a beautiful container for the work of your hands. You are not a small, needy creature willing to receive chains and straps in exchange for food, or moments of love. My advice to you is this: whatever Magnus wishes to do, let him, and continue on your way in merriness and self-sovereignty, for that is who you are. No man will change it. No man will change you. Again, I say, leave Magnus to his own desires and live your own. He will show you if he can, if he will. You will continue on in wellness and joy with or without him. I am glad to see you encouraged. Return to stasis, return to self. Come to me anytime. I love you. I support you. I am gentle with you, for I know you intimately, the treasure you are, and the challenges you carry and seek to overcome. With a kiss to the brow, I close this transmission. Return to yourself now and enjoy the bounty of earth this day. Many are the hands in your corner working with you. Long-awaited changes come on wings. Fire and light remain in and around you this day, for good is here, and greater good is coming. October 20, 2025. Good morning, daughter. Come in. It is fair to wonder if the potential health crisis for you comes through lack of hope. I, Metatron, understand why you would think this, but I do not see you losing your will to live in any global sense. While you do carry something of a melancholy streak because of your great sensitivity to all the energies at play on the earth plane, if you do not have someone actively hurting you, erasing you, minimizing you, or are not experiencing sudden loss of connection with a beloved other against your conscious will, your own container is primarily one of optimism and hope. I do not say I told you so with Magnus even a little bit. When you are in the very deep quiet of inner pain that cannot even express itself through tears, it is all right to simply be. The sunlight you sit in right now, too bright and hot though it is, pours into you. It does feel unfair, unjust, and like the worst trickery you have experienced yet, I know. And I appreciate you looking at what needs to leave in me so that I stop calling in injustice and love. But I would say to you, you do not call in inequitable treatment, dear one. A multiplicity of men are drawn to you, many of whom are soul partners, soul family. And you recognize those you love. Oftentimes you love those you recognize. I know you wish to speak with your Yelena. I have summoned her, yet she believes the messaging you need most today comes from within yourself. I encourage you now, write it down without filter. I begin. I miss him so much. And I do not want to walk a cancer journey with a man who is already erratic, unpredictable, and talks out of both sides of his mouth. I viscerally ache for what was, and I have zero trust in him in the now. He continues to engage in the same rageful anger that tells me he cannot handle emotions his or mine. He escalates to shut them down so he does not need to navigate terrain where he feels incapable or inept. I am strong-willed, but not cruel to anyone because of it. He feels like past lovers. Someone who takes advantage of my softness, of my generosity, of my big fat love. I do not want that. I will not fight to be heard, fight to be understood, fight to be received by someone who has no interest in knowing me, who has no interest in showing up for me. Even if it is Magnus's wounded inner child needing to shut down the ways I am different than he is, needing to reject differentiation, I still do not want that. I would rather be lonely and alone while waiting for an aligned relationship than wrestle against someone needing to dominate me or dominate the engagement. Perfectly met does not exist. But I believe equally met does, and that is where my yes goes. My yes goes toward that, and nothing else. Well done, daughter. I, Elena, will now lend my voice to yours, for the primary goal of this entire season has been hearing, trusting, and following your own inner guidance, set in motion by your own inner truths. You do not like the way he treats you. Good. For of late it has been bottom of the barrel he is pulling from, not high heart and certainly not higher self. You have been clear, brilliantly so. If Magnus cannot respond to you in respect and admiration for the woman you are, he has no business with and no access to you. Of course, he is a lovely and magical man when he is not at the bottom of a well of sludge. Stress impacts capacity, yes, yet he causes much stress for you, and you do not rage at him. I will say, there is no cruelty with desire to hurt you. He hates hurting you. And he is too emotionally spent to deal with the impact of his treatment on you. Give it time and see. I do recommend not saying yes to any new offers yet, for you are still deeply in love with Magnus, and you need to be sure he will not crawl back out of the pit. October 21st, 2025, conversation with my high heart. The love of God, the heart of God, here is home, here you rest, here you are held, here you are safe. I am your high heart expressing in form this day, for you have forgotten in this moment the love you came from, as you grieve the love you have currently lost once again. It is all right to feel unmoored when you are suddenly cut adrift from a powerful love that enveloped you, encased you, nurtured you, protected you, prioritized you, and made your career his joy. Though you have received many truths from many timelines, still you wonder, what is the story? What in holy hell is the point of this story? A calling up, then a falling out for the purpose of cleansing, for the joy of renewal. A love story where the highest truths and lowest expressions come together in one container. A crucible of truth, power, and ultimately light, leaving both you and Magnus irrevocably changed. What is love, truly? Immediately, the scripture from Corinthians comes to mind that love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongness. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. There is a truth of sorts in this messaging, yet it also came from the Apostle Paul, who in many ways was a gifted communicator of his own truths, with an awakened throat chakra, as well as a highly advanced crown chakra. But he was not a heart-centered being or connected to the way of love. It is hard to put into language something as intangible, yet loaded with expectation as love on the human plane. You move to the Apostle John, so beloved of your Yeshua, who said, "Greater love has no man than this." Then he laid down his life for his friends. It was good to be encouraged just now by that visual, by that reminder of John as one of the sons of thunder, who through his life grew into one embracing the way of the rose instead. Pictures of love that come in through your Christian origins are fine, but today I ask, what is love to you in Stephanie form? How does it express? How does it wish to receive? Your first thought is love is the beauty of God poured out. And you see paint in rainbow colors exploding on giant canvas and going past it. For you, love transforms. Love brings beauty. It takes what was once empty or void and splashes varying hues. It breathes life so that the thing is changed to a new substance altogether. Your most genuine template of love is creativity expressed in a way that changes the atmosphere through bringing color, life, laughter, play, music, expansion, beauty, joy. For this is how you remember you are of God, from God, and deeply embedded in the heart of God. This is why you connect so powerfully with the sunrise over your mountains each morning, the changing of leaves with seasons, the majesty of weather rolling in through the sky, the stars and moon and constellations lighting up the night. It feels like a gift of love from Creator God for you, so that you are inspired to remember and live from all the God spark within you. You express love most fully when you are doing, when you are being someone who brings beauty, life, delight, vibrancy, joy, and play to a person, place, or structure, because this calls up the flourishing of another, and that is love for you. I offer joy so as to contribute to your flourishing. This is why your love can go out to so many and need not be confined to any one in specific devotion. You are a life path 3, and something about your presence is made for the masses, whether near or removed. And this is why you feel stifled by rules made by man about what love is, as if a God so vast would only express love one way, and a few holy men knew it, wrote about it, and it is now the template all must live by in order to image God in truth or fullness. The fullness desires to go out in a myriad of ways. Love is many things, as offered truly in many ways, but it is certainly not a rule-making factory for the conformity of the tender conscienced ones, while the self-dominant expand their reach to rule over the tender. For some, love is contemplative devotion. For others, it is strength displayed through provision. For another group, it is radical acceptance, radical compassion applied to all. Love can be fierce protection that pulls some close and keeps others out. Love can build fences or bridges, stages or catapults. Love can be cerebral or visceral, nurturing like a mother or passionate like a lover. Love can feed, love can write, love can go out, love can stay in. But one thing love is not, ever, is demanding. Love gives offerings. Love is receptive, but it does not require its tenets be met any one way. For love is God, and God is love. And when his creative divine source ever demanded from any being, all are expressions of the beauty found in Mother, Father, Son, and yes, it is interesting that Daughter is not present, but it is because she is a mix of the energy of Mother and Son. You must now awaken your Son, but I close with this thought. Those who feel loved by the natural being you are the most aligned humans to walk with in any form. And those requiring that you contort yourself into some image or box that fits their version are of the old way that is falling. The rising has room, more than enough room, for a myriad of blossoming of the seeds the heart of God spread from the cosmos in wild abandon to grow good on the earth plane, from seed into mature fruit. Love is God. God is love. You know his heart. You know her heart, for you are ever held by it, held safe within it, and you are free to express it in any way.